Hello everybody, ukpancakes here, back in with another video on Cuphead. Last video we went over how to beat the clown, link on how to beat him here. Today I will be going over Princess Candy over here and how to beat her. And just as a side note, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of the same footage because I only have 11 minutes since I beat her in only a couple tries because I'm, you know, the best at this game. So as I did in my last video, I'll be doing a brief overview of each phase she has in the loadout you should have for her fight. So she has a little bit different phases from other bosses because she randomizes her phases, and you don't get to see them all in one run either. For the first 3 phases, she sends out 1 of 5 different, minions. The first one is a gumball machine, the second one being a flying waffle, third, a candy corn, fourth, a gobstopper, and fifth, the worst one, a muffin. Her 4th and final phase is the princess herself riding her sentient castle to run right over you while throwing a copy of her head off of you to kill you. It's weird. The loadout you need to have for her is for your shot A, you want the pea shooter. Generally, for every boss fight, you want your shot A to be pea shooter, just seeing that out there. For your shot B, you want the charge shot. You want it for your super, the first one, and you want the smoke dash as your charm. By the way, the charge shot will be your best friend for most bosses in the game, like from now on, because, you know, it's really, really, really good. Just saying. So I'll be going over the minions Princess Candy has. The first one I'll be going over is the candy corn. He is one of the easiest of her minions to beat. He has very sharp turns and he flies up, down, left, and right. Though he is a candy corn, I don't know how he can fly, but you know, like I said, I should really just stop asking questions for this game, but whatever. So just kill him with your charge shot and he should easily go down. Just a side note, for the entire fight you want to use the charge shot. It melts all the bosses melts all the faces of the bosses, just melts them all like butter, so you just want to use the charge shot for all of them. For the second minion, it's a gumball machine and is the easiest of the minions to kill out of all of them. All he does is run from the right side of the screen to the left and the left side of the screen to the right. He also, he opens up the top of his head and gumballs spill out. But all you need to do is just stand on the very left side of the screen and shoot, because he doesn't go all the way to the left. He just, goes to the left, kind of stops a little bit to the edge of the screen, and runs back. So, you know, it's not going to be that hard to kill him. For a third minion, it's a giant floating gobstopper thing that has a weird child thing following it all the time. It's the same thing as the giant candy corn, except it makes more exaggerated turns whenever it follows you. So same thing as a candy corn, just stay as far away from it as you can and shoot it whenever it gets near you, dash away. For the 4th minion, it's this weird flying waffle. It's much worse than the gobstopper and the candy corn. It does fly around like them, but it's much worse than both of them. It has a quicker movement pattern than the gobstopper, and it has an attack where it splits all 9 pieces of its waffle squares or whatever. It spreads them all around the screen and tries to kill you. For most of these guys, dash away, as I've stated before, and just shoot, and he should go down as easy as the rest. Just, make sure to watch out for whenever he launches his waffle squares at you. The 5th and final one, and the hardest one as well, is the muffin. It isn't the hardest thing in the world, but it definitely is something that you don't want to be fighting either. What he does is that he comes out of the castle, and he'll just jump really far up into the air, and he'll land down on the ground. And he does damage to you if he hits you, obviously, like everything else in the game. But he also has this wave of frosting that goes goes in like right and left whenever he goes down, so you can't really be near him at all unless you want to take damage. So just whenever he's in the air, just move as far away from him as you can, and make sure not to get hit by Hamler's frosting. And also another thing to mention is that, you know, in the castle gate, there's also going to be like these little minions running out of the castle. Make sure also watch out for those guys, because, you know, if they hit you, like I said before, anything in this game that can hit you will damage you. So you can kill them. So basically just switch to your pea shooter or something like that, and just, you know, just kill them real quick, or, you know, just always watch the game and jump whenever they're near you. So make sure to watch out for those as well. And, you know, since Princess Candy is such a badass, you know, she decides, hey, on the third and final phase, I'm gonna pull out a double-barrel shotgun that shoots cotton candy at him. And, you know, that's pretty easy to, you know, dodge, mainly because, you know, you can shoot a couple times with a pea shooter and the bullets, cotton candy will disappear. So just always watch out for those as well. So for phase 4, this phase is so much easier, especially with the charge shot, because usually this phase is really hard to do. But basically what she does is that she comes out charging towards you with her sentient castle while throwing her head off at you. It's easy to avoid the castle because, you know, it's, you know, the screen is moving, you know, you have this like little candy thing to stand on, and, you know. Anyway, but the head can be difficult to avoid. But basically what it does is that it comes towards you a little ways, stops for a second, and then it heads towards your direction again, and, you know, it rinses and repeats that cycle. And just as soon as the head starts, you know, coming towards you, you just want to dash away, start shooting the Princess Candy, and as soon as the thing starts coming towards you again, just, you know, try and dodge it, and then after a while, it'll like go off the screen for a little bit, and you have like this little window to shoot her without having to worry about anything. Then she throws her head back out into the ring. And do you remember that you can only damage by shooting the princess herself, not the actual castle? So just don't be frustrated, like, why isn't she dying? And stuff, you know? So, this has been the tutorial of how to beat Princess Candy. She's not that hard to beat, only if the first 3 bosses are really difficult, but the charge shot, as I've said before, it makes this boss so much easier to kill. But anyway, guys, this has been ukpancakes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.